Hey guys, it's Becky with Design Bundles, and today I am here to bring you a really awesome project. It is probably one of my new favorites and is going to be sublimating on MDF hardboard. In particular, today we are making photo panels. Now, what is super exciting about this is not only can you buy these panels ready to go, where all you need to do is sublimate on them, but this MDF hardboard is a material that if you happen to have a laser cutter, you can actually combine your laser cutting and your sublimating together. So I'm really excited to show you my project today. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, so here we are, and this is my MDF blank. And I don't know how well you can see in the camera or not, but it does look, it has a dirty and dingy look, okay? And that's not a reflection on the manufacturer. That's from this being laser cut. So the first thing that we're gonna do is you can just start any corner. I've already started this corner. And go ahead and peel this off. Now that will help tremendously. That gets a lot of that scorched look off. And then if you have any additional scorching, what I like to do, you can do this also with a baby wipe. This is just regular water though. I'm gonna take a little bit of water and just make it damp. You don't want too much, and just give it a good wipe down. Okay. Now I do this, and I do this along the edges. Okay, can you see how it comes off? This is just the scorching, because basically the majority of places that you purchase these from, they're going to be laser cut. And all that means is that it is actually burning through the MDF. All right, so that's where that scorching is going to come from. But like I said, the majority of it is on this masking. And once you peel that off, you'll see a significant difference. Now this kind in particular is double-sided MDF, so I would be able to use my sublimation on both sides if I wanted to. That's really good for, say, like Christmas ornaments and stuff like that, right? It's not as big of a deal for what I'm doing today, which is a photo panel, but still just really awesome. And I like that it's white on the back, so hopefully that makes sense. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sandwich this. Now this is butcher paper. This is my blowout paper, but it's also going to protect my blank. And I'm going to pre-press this for 20 seconds on each side. Now my temperature is at 375. And I'm using very light pressure, okay? So light pressure, 375. We're going to pre-press each side for 20 seconds, and then we will do the full sublimation. So I like sandwiching that in there because then I can just flip it over and pre-press the other side. And what this is doing is getting out any of the excess moisture that gets trapped in that MDF. MDF is basically it's a wood composite. And then of course it has the plastic coating on each side is what allows us to do the sublimation. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I did this one in black and white because I really love it. And what I'm going to do is be able to line this up. All right, so let it cool all the way. You want this to cool 100%, and then we will come back and worry about lining it up with our print. Okay, so we're back. This is cool to the touch, and I do mean completely cool. Now let me say, if you were doing I like to do all my sublimation at one time, so this works out well for me, but I know that the pre-pressing could probably be a little inconvenient for you if this is the only project you're doing. So just try to keep that in mind. And like I said, this weight and thickness just really makes me think of Christmas ornaments. So, you know, we'll have to do that going forward. But Just keep in mind that a lot of times you can pre-press all your things at one time, or start almost like an assembly line so you can pre-press and move on to other projects. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and line this up the best that I can. I usually hit this with my spray adhesive, but I actually did not like that for the hardboard. So I'm going to, cross your fingers, I'm going to wing it, but I could also use my heat tape if I wanted to, but I'm pretty confident that I can just keep this one in place because I'm not moving anything. So, like I said before, we are at 375 and I am going to press this for 60 seconds. Light pressure. If you are using a standard heat press, when I start talking about light pressure, I mean like put a piece of butcher paper inside your heat press, close it, and still be able to easily pull that butcher paper out. So I know a lot of us started out with our heat presses doing heat transfer vinyl, so it can be confusing sometimes because we don't truly understand how light you can go on the pressure for sublimation. So let's see, about 12 seconds left. Now I'm going to be very careful when I lift this up because I did not secure that print and I don't want to have any ghosting, okay? So remember that that's a thing. Ooh, oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so like I said, I did this one in black and white. Really love it. While this cools down, let me show you how good it also looks in color. Okay, so just two examples here for you. Black and white, color. I love them both equally, but I do have to admit that I'm a pretty big sucker for some black and white images. So now while this cools, let me show you. These are little acrylic feet that you can buy. I bought these, they came as a set with my hardboard here. And they literally slide onto your hardboard so that when you set them up, well, mine fell off, but that way when you set them up, your hardboard stands up on its own. Okay, you can see how it kind of forms like a T down here at the bottom. Now these are clear, so they don't stand out, and I really like them. But technically you can get them in, I think you can get them in a variety of colors through your acrylics dealer, whoever your acrylics dealer may be. But I'll show you, I mean, I really like them. Now you can also get a little easel to put this on. You can use them for ornaments. You can use them for earrings. Like this MDF sublimation hardboard is really a very versatile item. And but I personally am digging the photo panels right now. So I'm gonna let this cool and I will set it up and show you guys how it looks. So what did you think about our hardboard? We're gonna call these MDF hardboard photo panels, or MDF photo panels, or, I mean, depending on which vendor you go to, will depend on what they're called, but I just call them awesome because I really, really love these. And I think that they're going to be a really big hit for me this holiday season because, I mean, not only can you take any photo and put them on here, but this is just a pretty wow factor project, okay? So you can do this for weddings and anniversary and 2020 photos and sports and I could just feel like I could go on forever. So I'm very interested to hear what you guys think because, you know, I always tell you guys, hey, this is my opinion. Well, let me hear from you. I want to hear what you guys think about these photo panels, and you know, I want to know if you try them too. If you decide to try them out, let me know how that project works out for you. So All right, guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully you enjoyed our little tutorial and some tips and tricks. And of course, if you have any questions, make sure you put that down in the comments. And absolutely make sure you subscribe to the channel so that we can keep bringing you these awesome videos. So, all right, guys, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.